In Western music, there are 12 notes that are repeated on each instrument. On the keyboard that's in front of me, there's 12 notes that are repeated over and over. It's the same on the guitar as well. Okay? 7 of these 12 notes get their name from the musical alphabet. Right? The other 5, to find the names of the other 5 notes, we need to understand accidentals. We also need to understand intervals. And we also need to understand enharmonics. So I'll touch on these 3 topics very quickly. Accidentals. What is an accidental? An accidental is a symbol that alters the value of a note by 1 semitone, either left or right. We have the sharp, which alters the note or raises the value of a note by 1 semitone to the right, and a flat that lowers the value of the note by 1 semitone to the left. Right, so I mentioned before that accidentals alter the value of a note by 1 semitone in either direction. What is a semitone? A semitone is an interval. It's a measurement of a distance, just like a centimeter in maths. Right? So a semitone is the smallest possible interval between 2 notes in Western music. In order to understand the concepts of an interval, I have 5 fingers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. The spaces are the intervals. The fingers would represent notes. So a semitone is the smallest distance, smallest possible distance between 2 notes. A tone is equal to 2 semitones. Okay, so semitones and tones. From any one note, let's choose a random note. Let's say we start with A. Right? A semitone to the right will take you to the very next note, will be here. Okay? Again, a semitone to the right from A will take you to this note, which will now get the name A sharp. Why? Because a sharp means go to the right by 1 semitone. So you start on A and you move to the right by 1 semitone. The name of that note will be A sharp. If I start on A and I move to the left by 1 semitone, it will take me to here, which means this note will get, you guessed it, A flat. So if you start on any one of what we call the natural notes, because they have the natural names for the musical alphabet, and we either sharpen or flatten, that gives the note we get to its name. So again, from A, sharpen will be to move to the right by a semitone, A sharp. But if I start from B and I move to the left by 1 semitone, I'm moving to the left, which means I am flattening. This note gets the name B flat. Now, I know some of you might be confused. Didn't I just call this note A sharp? Now I'm referring to it as B flat. That concept is called enharmonics, which means more than one name for the same note. So this note can be called A sharp. It can also be called B flat based on the context at the time. Okay, so exercise. Write down the enharmonic equivalent to the following notes: C sharp, D sharp, and G sharp. Thank you very much. Happy practicing.